Good evening, everyone. It is 8 o'clock and I can hear the howling. I'm outside in front of my home and I wanted to show you a couple of things to help you understand our meditation tonight. And we'll take a little time to do this as the howling continues. I've shared with some people that our neighborhood is actually very close to a wilderness space, or what we call an open space here, where we actually do have a lot of coyotes. So usually when everyone gets outside and starts howling, the quarantine howl or whatever it is, for healthcare providers, or just because people are going stir crazy, we get real coyotes going nuts with them as well. So you can hear that. And actually, on that note, I'm probably going to be moving this to 8:30. I think 8:30 Mountain Time. I think for a lot of people, it's a little closer to when they're going to bed and they want to be chilled out for the evening. It also lets people howl who want to howl. But trusting that that's going to subside in a moment, and I'm happy for them, of course. Here. So today, my daughter and I just made this little garden. So I don't know if you can see this. We cleared away some rocks and old roots and debris. And then we made this little stone circle. And we put down some wildflower seeds. And then we, of course, put down some fresh, rich earth, organic soil, of course. So there's nothing there to see except the dirt. Now, about 2 weeks ago, this planter was barren, and if you look, you can just see tiny little shoots right there. And this is where we planted some seeds. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Now, my daughter and my wife actually planted these seeds. And look at this. This is the difference. 4 weeks, 2 weeks, of course, what we have right here, which was just planted today. And what's my point? My point is, and I'm trying to get closer to my modem. I'm crashing through the bushes. This is like the best live 8 at 8 yet. It's a wilderness safari. My point is, the things take time. Healing takes time. Relationships take time. Really, everything good in life takes time. Even the things that happen instantly, like falling in love or coming up with a brilliant idea. Whatever you can think of that feels like it's something miraculous that just happens suddenly, well, it's not true. It doesn't happen suddenly. Every moment before that moment was a part of preparing you for whatever that great thing was. And right now, a lot of people around the world, and some of you watching this and listening, you know, you're facing a moment where it doesn't really feel like anything is growing. You can't see anything in the soil. We don't know what the future is going to bring. A lot of us, myself included, have experienced some pretty severe financial setback. My primary work and community, we can't even get together. And we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen or how we're going to survive. And in the same way, more than that, a lot of people have experienced internal change and upheaval because of what's been going on around them. Either they've lost loved ones to this pandemic, or they're despairing by the instability in the world, or of course their simple financial instability or loss, or the troubles that they're experiencing at home are triggering or are unearthing a lot of painful places inside, a lot of things in themselves that they haven't wanted to look at or haven't been able to look at or heal. But tonight, we're going to take a little time to focus in on a beautiful healing energy in the heart, which I'm going to ask you to imagine, to pretend, to believe, to trust is actually really there and unfolding beautifully, though you can't fully see what's going on yet. Just like those seeds that I showed you earlier, from the empty dirt to the first signs of life to the quickly sprouting, growing, spreading green. So let me look at my watch here. All right, we just have a short amount of time left, so let's get into it. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Big deep breath in and something like a sigh, or big breath out. Another breath in through the nose. Big full breath in, and then really long, slow exhale. A couple more times. This time when you breathe in, hold it a moment, and then breathe out really long and full until your stomach muscles contract. Nice, gentle, full breath in, and breathing out again until your stomach muscles contract. Really push that breath out. Now feel yourself slowing down and settling down, keeping your eyes closed, keeping yourself calm but alert, letting your mind grow quiet, letting your heart, your emotional world, just be still for a moment. Just let it all rest, or if it's busy, just let it be there. Put it to the side and draw your awareness down to something quieter, something calmer, until you can just glimpse and sense the stillness inside yourself. Then I'm going to invite you to use the power of your mind, your inner vision, your intuition, your imagination, to center itself in your heart. And for a moment, let us begin by searching out whatever fear, pain, sadness, darkness, woundedness, despair, anxiety we're carrying right now. It's a safe moment. It's not going to hurt you. Just be aware of the weight or the worry or the wound that you're carrying, however that comes to you. Name it, feel it, imagine it. Just give yourself permission for a moment to admit whatever distress you are carrying. And then you can give that energy, you can give that emotion, that fear, whatever it is, give it a dark color in your heart. Maybe it's like black or gray or a dark kind of muddy brown. Don't be afraid of it. Just breathe with it, observe it. If emotion arises, feel it, it's okay. And now we're going to play a little trick on the mind here. I'm going to invite you to imagine that this darkness, this wound, this pain is something like dark soil that's been cut into and turned over again. In this moment, imagine all this turmoil, what feels to the mind like turmoil, has been the tilling of soil, the cultivating of earth, bringing up nutrients from below, bringing up minerals from below, stirring up the stuckness, the patterns, the familiarity, And in what in some moments feels like emptiness is in fact the rich ground of being. And then look into that darkness, and with the power of your mind, the power of your imagination, I'd like you to picture a tiny little pinpoint of light, and let it be a kind of green, bright green light. What would that look like if in your darkest places within you could find right now, like a little star, just a pinpoint of light? Green, growing light. And then imagine it now. It's beginning to absorb your attention. It's beginning to receive your loving energy. And that light green energy is growing. Now picture it coming out of the darkness. And now it is clearly the leaves of a young, tender plant. See that beautiful green plant springing forth, leaves now opening, stem reaching up. Imagine this. Feel the green energy radiating. Feel the soil itself illuminated. And the green grows and grows, and you can picture this plant growing into any kind of plant you want to imagine, but it's fertile and it's abundant and it's richly colored, and maybe even you can see a flower blossoming out of it. But the light grows that emanates from this beautiful plant within, this green, fresh life. And where there was once darkness, there's now just vibrancy and energy and vitality. And now it's filling you with its green light and energy from your heart. A green, powerful, healing force. And it's flowing through your body, up to the top of your head, down to your feet. It's flowing through your being until you can imagine yourself illuminated, completely illuminated from the inside out with the green energy of life. Breathe it in. Feel it merging with every cell. And know that it is yours from this moment on, and it's available to you whenever you choose. So thank you, and good night.